is our bus which takes us to we are at the National Museum of Catalonia, an old historic building. We are seeing the Barcelona square. इधर खड़े हैं.
Down all the way. Here, you do this. Where's the button? Okay, I got it.
That's okay.
You can find streets, squares, real buildings that are reproductions of buildings located in our country, in Spain. Every street represents one of the regions, one of the states of Spain. But nobody lives here. The buildings are restaurants, shops, museums. It's quite interesting. It was designed and built to be a factory. Well, it was a factory. For many years, this was Casa Ramona factory, a textile factory. It was designed by one of the best architects of Barcelona at the turn of the last century, Josep Puig i Cadafalch. He was contemporary to Gaudí. Now, the museum, the museum, and the name of this museum is the National Museum of Catalonia, the National Museum of Catalonia, and it hosts several collections. It's huge. The building dates back to 1929, as the rest of the buildings in this area. All of them were built when took place an universal exhibition in the city, an exposition, an expo, in 1929. In front of us we can see two bell towers. Well, not really bell towers, they are copies of the bell tower of St. Mark in Venice, yeah. And both were built to be the gate of the expo in 29. This is Spain Square, La Plaza España. Spain Square was also urbanized for the expo, 29. The fountain in the center of the roundabout of the square, and then we have an interesting building across the square. This red round building is a shopping center, but it was before a bull ring. But it's not a bull ring anymore, because 6 years ago the government, the Parliament of Catalonia, of our state, took a decision. They decided that bullfightings, this show, goes against animal rights, and in Catalonia are not permitted anymore. But just in Catalonia, in the rest of Spain, is still a tradition, okay? And not here. Thankfully, not here. The building dates back to the end of the 19th century. Well, they just kept the facade. The rest of the building, well, the arena, where was the arena, is where is, in these days, the shopping center. To the right, an avenue, which name is Paralelo. The one that we are going to take now is La Gran Via. La Gran Via is the longest, kilometers long, this one. It's quite long. It goes from end to end of Barcelona. It's very long. It represents a dragon. The dragon that was killed by Saint George. Saint George, a knife, who killed a dragon to free a princess. So this building represents Saint George. Saint George and the dragon. This building was built between 1904 and 1906. In just 2 years' time, it was finished. It was the property of Batlló family. That's why the name of the house is La Casa Batlló. Casa means house. La Casa Batlló. That was the surname of the Barcelona. And the lamppost became the symbol of Barcelona. These lampposts are Art Nouveau, as you can see, with all the characteristics of the style of Art Nouveau style. At the bottom of the lamppost you can find a bench. So bench and lamppost, and on top a bat. It's impossible. Gaudí didn't use straight lines to design and build this building because he said that he wanted to build something to render an homage to God, and he said that God didn't use straight lines to design the trees, the mountains. That's why he didn't use straight lines, nor here, nor in the other house, La Casa Batlló, and nor in La Sagrada Familia. La Sagrada Familia
But to finish the church, they have to do something that they are still not allowed to do it, which is to demolish that block of buildings. Because the main facade that will be here, will be very big, and they need a lot of space to finish the facade. They don't have it. They want to buy the apartments. The neighbors don't want to move. So let's see. In 2026, let's see what happens. 10 towers. Still to be built, 10 towers. In front of us, what we can see is the Nativity facade. Nativity facade. It was built during Gaudí's lifetime. This facade was finished in 24. He died in 26. So he could see this facade before he died. That's it. The rest of the church has been built after his death. At least he could see this facade with the towers and with the decoration. The decoration was also designed by him, by Antoni Gaudí. You can see that there are 4 towers on top, 4 towers, representing 4 of the apostles. Each facade will have 4 towers representing the 12 apostles. Then they are going to build 5, raising from the crossing arm, 1 to Jesus and 4 to the evangelist. And then on top of the rear facade, they are going to build another tower. This is almost finished. That will represent Our Lady, Mary, Maria, the mother of Jesus Christ. As you can see, this facade is brown, whilst the main nave, which is in front of you, is white. They are using the same type of stone, limestone, same type of stone, but this side is dirty. It's dirty because of the age. Probably, who knows, they clean it when it was in 26. Let's see. Now we are going to approach to see the decoration, but then we count first
Okay, here we go.
I think that there are people still missing. Where did they go?
This all used to be white.
Top of the church and 4 on top of this facade. And another one on top of the rear facade. Let me count again because I'm not sure if he designed some of the scenes that you can read in the Gospels. The Nativity, the Magic Kings, the shepherds, the angels, on top the coronation of Mary. This side, for example, you can see the killing of the innocents, the flight to Egypt. On the other side, you can find the visitation or Jesus preaching in front of the wise men in the Temple of Jerusalem. So, it's like reading the Gospels, okay?
Maria put it. Today we're selling out. Next time 3 times, 7 in the afternoon.
As you can see, it has nothing to do with the other one. The style is different because the decoration was designed by another artist, not by Gaudí. It was begun during the 80s and finished just a few months ago. Gaudí died in 26, so when they began the construction of this facade, they commissioned the decoration to another artist. Gaudí designed the structure, but not the decoration that you can find, that you can see. Here we can see what happened to Jesus Christ during the last 3 days of his life. Easter, Passion. For example, it's a little bit difficult to see it because of distance, but lower level in the corner to the left, the Last Supper, Jesus Christ with the apostles. In front of the cross is a woman, a faceless woman in the center of the facade, representing Veronica, the woman who wore Jesus Christ's face during the way of the cross, the crucis. Longinus, who was a soldier, he pierced, remember the Bible, he pierced Jesus' side with his lancet. More Roman soldiers on top, the crucifixion and the burial of Jesus Christ. So, the Passion, Easter. On top, 4 more towers, okay? And between the towers, the Ascension of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ going to heaven, okay? Jesus going to heaven. The Ascension. You can see nothing to do with the other one. This is modern, this is different. Let me take you now to see the school. But look at the building because it's very nice. The undulating roof, the undulating walls. Remember what they told you, Gaudí didn't not straight lines, not straight line. Everything is organic. Everything is curvy, leaning. This building is very, very nice, and it represents very well Gaudí's style. This short building, la escuela, the school. Now let's gonna see the main facade. This will be the main facade, okay? The resurrection. This one. The main facade, remember, this will be the main facade.
They're walking in the street in one person.
Okay, 35. Can you see that lady in white? It's not a cathedral, it's a basilica. We have just one cathedral, which is this one. According to the hierarchy of the Catholic Church, a cathedral is always the most important church in the city. This cathedral is medieval. It was built between 1298 and 1450. Its name is the Cathedral of Santa Eulalia and the Holy Cross. Saint Eulalia was a girl. She was killed by the Romans for being Christian, and she became the first martyr of Barcelona. The cathedral is beautiful, it's amazing, especially inside. Today is Sunday. On Sundays, we guides, we are not allowed to get in. Well, I can go in to pray if I want, but not to give explanations because, you know, it's a holiday. There are always 13 geese in the Cathedral of Barcelona. So now if you want, you can get in. Now it's 25 to 11. It's 25 to 11. I think that you have enough time to visit the cathedral, to go inside, to see, to take a picture. You can take pictures with no flash. You can take There is a woman. She represents
नहीं हुआ उधर
This was my second doctoral complete. I worked here at the
walking around the streets. Getting landmarks.
The name of this church is the Church of Santa Agata, Saint Agata Church, and dates back to the 14th century. On the other side is located the King's Square, la Plaza del Rey. So to the right, the King's Chapel, and bottom level, the Roman walls. This is the port, this is Marina, the old port, and to the left, behind the Marina, you can see that there are apartments, buildings. This neighborhood is La Barceloneta. Barceloneta means Little Barcelona. And it is, La Barceloneta was built on top of a peninsula, an artificial peninsula, not a real one. This peninsula was built at the end of the 18th century when they connected an island with the port of Barcelona. Meters. The old port is this one to the left, which is a marina in these days. It doesn't work as a proper port. Right now it's very, very crowded, always very crowded. It's the most popular avenue of Barcelona. The customs house to the left. If there is something in Barcelona that you can find very easily is a taxi.
UNESCO World
commentaires.